Have you ever wondered why certain numbers keep showing up in your life? Maybe you've noticed a particular number appearing on clocks, license plates, or even in your dreams. What if these numbers weren't just random occurrences, but actually held deeper meaning? Today we're going to explore a fascinating concept that might just change the way you think about numbers, especially one very important number, your birthday. Your birthday is more than just the day you were born. It's a unique numerical signature that some believe holds the key to understanding your spiritual archetype. But what exactly is a spiritual archetype, and how can the number of your birthday reveal it? Spiritual archetypes are universal patterns or models of behavior that represent different aspects of human nature and spiritual development. They're like blueprints for our souls, guiding our personal growth and shaping our spiritual journey. Each archetype has its own strengths, challenges, and lessons to teach us. Now you might be wondering how we can possibly derive all this information from a simple birthday number. This is where the ancient practice of numerology comes into play. Numerology is the belief in the divine or mystical relationship between numbers and events. It's been used for thousands of years to gain insight into personalities, relationships, and life paths. In numerology, your birthday number is calculated by adding up all the digits in your birth date and reducing them to a single digit. For example, if your birthday is on the 15th of any month, you would add 1 plus 5 for 6, so your birthday number would be 6. If your birthday is on the 29th, you would add 2 plus 9 = 11, and then 1 plus 1 = 2. In this case, your birthday number would be 2. This single-digit number is believed to hold significant meaning. It's thought to represent core aspects of your personality, your innate talents, and the spiritual lessons you're here to learn in this lifetime. It's like a spiritual shorthand, a quick way to understand some of the fundamental energies you're working with. But why should we pay attention to these birthday numbers? Well, understanding your spiritual archetype can be an incredibly powerful tool for personal growth and self-awareness. It can help you recognize your strengths, understand your challenges, and navigate your life path with more clarity and purpose. It's not about predicting the future or limiting yourself to a specific set of traits. Rather, it's about gaining insight into your spiritual nature and using that knowledge to live a more fulfilling life. Let's start by looking at birthday number 1. If this is your number, you're associated with the archetype of the leader. People with this birthday number often have a strong sense of individuality and independence. They're natural pioneers, always ready to forge ahead into new territory. The number 1 is all about initiative, creativity, and originality. As a leader, you have the potential to inspire and guide others. You're not afraid to stand out from the crowd and often have innovative ideas. Your spiritual path often involves learning to balance your strong will with compassion and consideration for others. You're here to learn about the power of individuality while also understanding the importance of unity and collaboration. One of your key spiritual lessons is to develop confidence in your unique abilities without becoming overly egotistical. You're learning to lead not through domination, but through inspiration. Your challenge is to use your natural leadership abilities in ways that benefit not just yourself, but the greater good. Moving on to birthday number 2, we have the Peacemaker archetype. If this is your number, you likely have a natural talent for diplomacy and cooperation. You're sensitive to the needs of others and have a deep desire for harmony in your relationships and surroundings. As a peacemaker, you have the ability to see multiple sides of a situation and find common ground. You're often the mediator in conflicts, able to bring people together and find solutions that work for everyone. Your spiritual path involves learning to balance your desire for peace with the need to stand up for yourself and your beliefs. One of your main spiritual lessons is to develop inner strength and self-confidence. While your ability to compromise is a wonderful trait, it's important that you don't lose yourself in the process of pleasing others. You're learning to trust your intuition and to value your own needs as much as you value the needs of those around you. For those with birthday number 3, we have the Expressive archetype. This number is associated with creativity, communication, and self-expression. If this is your number, you likely have a natural charm and charisma that draws others to you. As an expressive one, you have the ability to inspire and uplift others through your words and actions. You're often artistic and have a great sense of humor. Your spiritual path involves learning to use your creative gifts in ways that bring joy and enlightenment to others. Your key spiritual lesson is to develop discipline and focus. While your creative energy is a wonderful gift, it can sometimes lead to scattered efforts if not properly channeled. You're learning to harness your expressive abilities and use them in meaningful ways that contribute to your personal growth and the growth of those around you. Birthday number 4 corresponds to the builder archetype. If this is your number, you likely have a strong sense of order and structure. You're practical, reliable, and have a talent for creating solid foundations in all areas of your life. As a builder, you have the ability to turn ideas into reality through hard work and determination. You're often the one people turn to when they need something done efficiently and effectively. Your spiritual path involves learning to balance your practical nature with flexibility and openness to new ideas. One of your main spiritual lessons is to develop patience and understanding for those who may not share your strong work ethic. You're learning to appreciate the value of rest and relaxation, and to find joy in the journey, not just the end result. Your challenge is to use your building skills to create not just material success, but also to construct a life rich in spiritual meaning and personal fulfillment. For those with birthday number 5, we have the Freedom Seeker archetype. This number is associated with change, adventure, and personal freedom. If this is your number, you likely have a restless spirit and a deep desire for new experiences. As a freedom seeker, you have the ability to adapt quickly to new situations and inspire others with your adventurous spirit. You're often the catalyst for change in your environment, bringing fresh perspectives and exciting ideas. Your spiritual path involves learning to balance your need for freedom with responsibility and commitment. Your key spiritual lesson is to develop focus and discipline. While your adaptability is a wonderful trait, it can sometimes lead to a lack of direction if not properly channeled. You're learning to use your love of change and freedom in ways that contribute to your personal growth and the growth of those around you, rather than simply seeking novelty for its own sake. Birthday number 6 corresponds to the Nurturer archetype. If this is your number, you likely have a strong sense of responsibility and a deep capacity for love and care. You're often the one people turn to for support and comfort. As a nurturer, you have the ability to create harmony in your environment and to bring out the best in others. You're often drawn to roles that involve caregiving or service to others. Your spiritual path involves learning to balance your desire to care for others with self-care and personal boundaries. One of your main spiritual lessons is to develop self-love and self-acceptance. While your nurturing nature is a beautiful gift, it's important that you don't neglect your own needs in the process of caring for others. You're learning to value yourself as much as you value those around you, and to understand that taking care of yourself allows you to better care for others. For those with birthday number 7, we have the Seeker archetype. This number is associated with spiritual wisdom, introspection, and the quest for knowledge. If this is your number, you likely have a deeply philosophical nature and a strong desire to understand the mysteries of life. As a seeker, you have the ability to delve deeply into complex subjects and uncover hidden truths. You're often drawn to spiritual or intellectual pursuits and have a natural talent for analysis and research. Your spiritual path involves balancing your inner quest for knowledge with practical application in the outer world. Your key spiritual lesson is to develop trust in your intuition and to learn to share your wisdom with others. While your analytical mind is a powerful tool, it's important to also cultivate your spiritual and emotional intelligence. You're learning to bridge the gap between intellectual understanding and heart-centered wisdom, and to use your insights to contribute positively to the world around you. Birthday number 8 corresponds to the Achiever archetype. If this is your number, you likely have a strong drive for success and a natural understanding of power and authority. You're often ambitious and have the ability to manifest your goals in the material world. As an achiever, you have the potential to create abundance not just for yourself, but for others as well. You're often drawn to leadership roles in business or other organizational structures. Your spiritual path involves learning to balance your material success with spiritual and emotional fulfillment. One of your main spiritual lessons is to develop a sense of inner abundance that's not dependent on external achievements. While your ability to succeed in the material world is impressive, it's important to cultivate spiritual and emotional wealth as well. You're learning to use your power and influence in ways that benefit not just yourself, but the greater good of all. Finally, we have birthday number 9, which corresponds to the humanitarian archetype. If this is your number, you likely have a deep sense of compassion and a strong desire to make the world a better place. You're often idealistic and have a broad, inclusive worldview. As a humanitarian, you have the ability to see the big picture and to work towards the greater good of humanity. You're often drawn to causes that promote justice, equality, and universal love. Your spiritual path involves learning to balance your idealism with practical action. Your key spiritual lesson is to develop detachment and acceptance. While your compassion is a beautiful quality, it's important to learn to let go of outcomes and to accept that change often happens slowly. You're learning to trust in the process of life and to understand that even small actions can have a big impact over time. Now that we've explored each of the birthday numbers and their corresponding archetypes, you might be wondering how to use this information in your daily life. The first step is to simply become aware of the energies associated with your birthday number. Reflect on how these traits show up in your life. Do you recognize these qualities in yourself? How have they influenced your choices and experiences? Next, consider the spiritual lessons associated with your number. These are areas for potential growth and development. Remember, these aren't limitations or predestined outcomes, but rather opportunities for spiritual evolution. By consciously working with these energies, you can accelerate your personal growth and deepen your spiritual understanding. For example, if you're a number 1, the leader, you might focus on developing your leadership skills in a way that's inclusive and considerate of others. If you're a number 2, the peacemaker, you could work on asserting yourself more in situations where you'd usually compromise your own needs. It's also important to remember that while your birthday number reveals your core archetype, we all have aspects of each archetype within us. You might find that you resonate with qualities from several different numbers. This is perfectly normal and can add richness and depth to your spiritual journey. You can also use this knowledge to better understand and appreciate the people in your life. By recognizing the archetypes of friends, family members, or colleagues, you can gain insight into their motivations, strengths, and challenges. This can lead to greater empathy, improved communication, and stronger relationships. Remember, the purpose of understanding your spiritual archetype isn't to box yourself into a specific category or to limit your potential. Rather, it's a tool for self-discovery and personal growth. It's a starting point for deeper exploration of your spiritual nature and your place in the universe. As you continue on your spiritual journey, keep in mind that growth often happens in spirals rather than straight lines. You may find yourself revisiting certain lessons or facing similar challenges at different points in your life. This is a natural part of the process. Each time you encounter a familiar lesson, you have the opportunity to approach it with new wisdom and understanding. It's also worth noting that your spiritual archetype isn't set in stone. As you grow and evolve, you may find that different aspects of your archetype come to the forefront. You might even feel drawn to explore the energies of other archetypes. This is all part of the beautiful, ever-unfolding journey of spiritual growth. Understanding the spiritual archetype associated with your birthday number can be a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. It offers insights into your core qualities, potential challenges, and spiritual lessons. But remember, this is just one piece of the vast puzzle that is your spiritual journey. Your birthday number and its associated archetype are like a compass, pointing you in a general direction. But the specific path you take, the choices you make, and the way you express your unique energy is entirely up to you. Trust your intuition, stay open to new experiences, and always be willing to learn and grow. As you move forward, armed with this new understanding of your spiritual archetype, remember that the most important thing is to stay true to yourself. Use this knowledge as a tool for self-reflection and growth, but don't let it limit your perception of who you are or what you're capable of achieving. Your spiritual journey is a lifelong adventure of self-discovery and growth. Embrace the qualities of your archetype, learn from its challenges, and always strive to express the highest version of yourself. By doing so, you're not only enriching your own life but also contributing to the spiritual growth of those around you and the world at large. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of birthday numbers and spiritual archetypes. We hope this information has provided you with valuable insights and inspiration for your own spiritual journey. Remember, every day is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. May your path be filled with light, love, and endless possibilities.